Hi, I'm Sandy Genovese, and today we're counting down the days till Easter. And that's because we're going to make an Advent style calendar like the one you see here, but it's being used to count down the days till Easter. Now, if you think about it, Easter this year falls on April 20th. So you need to have enough cubes in your pyramid to start with the number 1 and then to go all the way through and end with what would be the number 20. If you look at mine, you can see that I've used numbers to indicate the days of the month in April, but periodically I've also gone back and I've used stickers and die cuts, punches to decorate as well. And if you open them, of course, the cubes, the whole reason for having them be cubes is so you can store little fun treats inside because it's countdown to Easter. It's perfect to have a little chocolate egg, or you can have little colored jelly beans. But if you don't want candy, you can put stickers, you can put little punch shapes, pencil erasers, anything little enough to fit in these three-dimensional cubes. We're going to start with the cube itself. Now, I have a pattern and you can download the pattern, and the pattern prints 4 cubes on one piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. So you'll get 4 out of one sheet, and if you need to make 20 cubes, that just means that you're going to need 5 pieces of colored paper, and I use different colors of pastel papers. Once you use the pattern, I've used the dotted lines to indicate where you're going to fold, and the solid lines are where you're going to cut. So you use the pattern to cut out your cubes and then go back and fold. And I'm folding all mountain folds. So all the folds are the same. In this case, they're all mountain folds. I think it's easiest to do all the folds at once while it's still kind of flat. Then I'm going to go back with my adhesive and I'll place it on just the one tab. And then I'm going to just turn it over. I'm going to fold in the section with the tab, fold this section over so that the two will overlap, and then press. You're going to make all of your cubes this way. Then all you need to do is just fold, because you've already got all your creases done. It really goes together pretty quickly. And it gives you the cube. Don't fold the top in yet. Because you're going to put them in rows, it's difficult once you close it all the way up to know what's the top. So leave the lid open for the whole assembly process, because what you want to do is you want to start putting them into rows. So if you look here, you can see I've got the cube. I've put 2 little pieces of double stick tape on this edge, and I'm going to take another color, stack it together. Because they're open, I make sure the lids are in the same position, and then I can also put my fingers inside and really push in order to get that to stick together nicely. Then I would take the one that I just built. I'll take 2 more little pieces of double stick tape, and they just need to go on one side. Stick them down and then do the same thing, attach it so that you have the next one in the row. You just keep doing this until you have the length of the row that you want. Now for mine, I started with a bottom row that had 6. So here you can see I've got all 6. And I have all the lids open so that I can make sure that when I put the next row on top, I put it in the correct place. The next row is going to have 5. So here's the next row. You can see I've already gone ahead, and as well as sticking the cubes together on the sides, I've also placed one long piece of double stick tape on here so that I can stack it on top of the 6 cubes. So I need to lay this down so that it's in this position. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to position it so that the end just meets in the middle of this seam and the other end meets in the middle of this seam. So I'll go ahead, line them up, and I can't press very hard because the cubes are not full of anything. So I'm going to turn it like this. Because they're open, I can get my fingers back inside and really reinforce, go into the cubes, and then push once again all the places along that long strip of double stick tape. I would go into every one of these boxes and push in order to make sure I have really good contact. So I've now created the first 2 rows. You're just going to continue. This isn't enough, but you'd have the next row and then the next row until you have all the rows with all the lids facing the same. When it comes time to decorate them, you have a couple of really fun options. If you look here, you can see sometimes I just put the sticker so that it just overlapped and went right off the edge. But if you look down here, some of the stickers that I wanted to use, this was such a good sticker and it was too big. It didn't mean that you couldn't use it. Let me show you what I mean. I did this on the blue and the green, but of course you could do it wherever you want. I'm going to take the sticker of the Easter basket that's in the little bonnet shape, and I'm going to start, remember this is going to go on the top, which if I turn it is going to be up here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to partly, I won't close them really tight, but I'm going to partly close the ones that are sort of in the way. All right, so I want for the sticker to go on this green and blue. And I'm going to fasten it so that it sits on the green. And I'm going to pull this up and show you. I'm going to stick it down like so, leaving this part loose. I found that it was easiest to cut it apart now. So I'm going to turn it to me so that I can see my seam. And I'm going to just trim off the excess. You can see I have it right here on my scissors. And now if I close this one and I close the blue one next to it, let me close both of these so that they're flat. Now I can just line this up and just butt this right against the edge of the blue 3D cube and position it like so. So you're able to do all kinds of fun things, even with the oversized stickers. The thing is, you also are going to want to put the treats inside. So while they're open, you can go ahead and drop in the colored eggs, the chocolate eggs, any little candies or whatever the treats are going to be. The final step in making it, in mine, I took a long length of just pink colored ribbon. And if I lift it, you'll see it goes all the way around. So you just bring it like you're wrapping a gift all the way to the top, tie it in a bow. You might need to borrow somebody's finger to hold the bow for you so you get a nice tight fit, and that will help hold it all together. You know, a pyramid made from 3D cubes, it works great to count down the days till any holiday, any vacation, or really any special event. Remember, I love hearing your comments. Be sure to share us with your scrapbooking friends. Don't forget to sign up for these free weekly videos. However, if you want access to all the hundreds of past episodes, or you want to be able to download an instruction sheet, then you might want to consider joining the Gold Club. Now, the instruction sheet is different. The pattern that I talked about, you don't need to be a Gold Club member. The pattern with the cube shapes, or if you happen to have a Sizzix or an Ellison 3D cube die, that will work too. Bye for now.